My dad probably isn't the first person you might expect to enjoy the vagabond van life. He used to be an army pilot and always insists on having a flight plan, as he calls it. And a backup plan, and a backup to the backup, just in case. Like most, he loves his air conditioning and big comfy bed, hates mosquitoes, and starts every day off with a hot shower and fresh shave. Despite all this, last year he agreed to join me in my van for a 5-day cross-country road trip. I took him camping for the first time since 1985, introduced him to Yellowstone National Park, and was able to give him a tiny glimpse into what my van life is like. Though he certainly wasn't too keen on some aspects of it, I think something about the experience struck a chord with him, because as I got ready to drive back across the country, he called me with an idea. He met me out in Las Vegas, where I'd been hanging out with our good friends Dave, Donna, and Ruby. After a week of us all catching up, it was time.
Today, it is the day. We're hitting the road, and I'm very excited about it. We're gonna fit 2 people in here.
A little housekeeping, some shuffling things around, and we got my dad moved in and officially back as part of the crew here on Dora.
Uh-oh.
I even got him a little welcome back gift.
Don't steal mine.
Okay.
And just like that, my dad and I were back on the road ready for another adventure. Except this time is going to be a little different. This time, instead of just 5 days, we have an entire 3 weeks. Our mission? Show my dad around as many incredible destinations in the Southwest as possible, make it back to Florida in time for the holidays, oh, and try not to kill each other in between.
We're on the road officially. Headed first stop, Joshua Tree. He's never been. And we got a pretty awesome sun going down drive ahead of us. Pretty cool out here in the desert. Just big open roads. We're the first stop of the trip here in Joshua Tree. And we just got really lucky. We searched around all last night. This place is so freaking busy during the weekend, but we just lucked out. We got up this morning and came out here, and check this out, guys. We got such a sick spot. That's the van down there.
This is the Joshua Tree, and this is Joshua Tree National Park, or J-Tree as the locals call it. I had only been to J-Tree once before to climb with my buddy Chance. And though my dad doesn't climb, I was impressed to see it didn't stop him from joining me as we explored the rocks around our campsite. There's just something about climbing around on rocks that brings out the kid in all of us. The thing that's so great about this place is it's basically just a massive playground. Except here, there are no age limitations, judgments, or rules.
It goes through to the other side.
You're going out and that hole?
In Joshua Tree, you can pretty much go wherever you want and climb anything you can get up. That being said, as my dad quickly learned, there are a couple things you gotta keep in mind. First, the way up is always easier than getting back down.
Isn't it cool in here? I climbed out right here.
You went up?
Yeah.
And second, once you go in, you also gotta get out.
Get him out.
Yeah, right.
Just like that. Okay, bye. Good luck down there.
Wait, how do I get out?
While there, we also got out for hikes to scout out some of the notable rock formations in the area. The landscape in J-Tree is truly unique. Sometimes, when I look around, I like to imagine it was once an ancient battleground where 2 opposing factions of giant rock warriors once waged an epic battle, leaving behind nothing but their massive, bouldery remains. Reality is, these isolated rock formations are a product of flash floods in the area and owe much of their soft, rounded shapes to groundwater erosion. Some of them even date back as far as 1.7 billion years. Still pretty cool if you ask me. The daytime activities abound in J-Tree, but one of the best parts is the camping. With no rain and no mosquitoes, weather in the fall is absolutely perfect here. So I took the opportunity to sleep outside underneath the stars, which also gave my dad the opportunity to have the van master suite all to himself for the very first time.
Hey, Dad. How'd you sleep last night?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Nice and warm in here.
What was the van bed like?
Soft.
Felt pretty comfortable, right?
Pretty comfortable.
Yeah, we killed it, man.
I didn't want to get up till I heard the wind blowing around. I wanted to make sure you were still here.
And you came out to check on me?
My dad was a good sport about camping out in the van, but after a couple nights, he was ready for something a little more comfortable. And I was looking to do some mountain biking. So we plotted a course and made our way east towards the Red Rocks of Sedona, Arizona.
This Southwest road trip is off to a very good start. We slowed down here a little bit in Sedona. We were coming through, and my dad's never actually stopped here, so I wanted to show him this is a really popular mountain bike spot.
Believe it or not, my dad has actually never seen someone mountain bike, let alone me. Obviously, we had to do something about that. You can imagine I was super stoked when I convinced him to come out with me to the local bike park so that I could finally show him what I've been spending the better part of my last 10 years doing.
Oh God. I was way too tight.
I would have been okay without showing him that part of it. Ooh, that is not going to feel good in the car the next couple days.
Staying in Sedona was rad. Now we're off to our next stop. We are heading to Page, Arizona now, and I've never been there, and neither of you.
No.
Neither one of us knows what to expect. It's going to be a good time.
It was at this point in the trip that we really hit our stride, and I could tell that my dad was embracing life on the road. I noticed he was letting his beard grow out a bit, and he was definitely learning how to go with the flow each day. On the way to Page, he even agreed to deviate from our plan and take a spur-of-the-moment detour, a decision that would put into motion one of my all-time favorite days of road tripping. What are the ingredients of a great day on the road? For me, it generally starts with a plan.
Detour. We're heading in to see the Grand Canyon on the way to Page.
And then promptly changes because, hey, you gotta leave room for spontaneity. Ideally, along the drive, there will be some truly stunning scenery to stop and check out. Maybe even some wildlife sightings.
Hey, bud. What's up, dude?
Some moments that get our heart racing and blood pumping after hours of sitting are always good, too.
There's no more fence. Don't mess around. You're getting really close to the edge. I didn't think you'd go that far. You're making me a little nervous.
Obviously, the vibe in the van along the way is essential. Good music, good conversation, and lots of laughs are a must. And in my opinion, no great day of road tripping is complete until we stray at least a little off the beaten path. Maybe even get a little lost. Towards the end of the day, if we're lucky, we'll be treated to a truly epic sunset. The kind that makes you pull over right where you are just so you can take it all in.
The sunset behind me is just ridiculous. Look at this. This day has probably been my favorite day of the entire trip, and it's so awesome because it was totally not planned. Oh man, I'm so happy right now. Gotta savor this.
And finally, we gotta finish it all off with some good food. And most importantly, do all of the above with great company. Up until this point on the trip, I'd been showing my dad some of my favorite parts of the country that he's never seen. But now, it's time for us to both experience something new together. Starting with the famous Horseshoe Bend in the Colorado River. Though I've rafted down the river before, I had never actually seen it from above before this trip. And now, I've gotten to see it twice. Next up was Antelope Canyon, a popular tourist destination in the Navajo Nation that is world-renowned for its stunning beauty. So down we went, descending flights of stairs out of the harsh sun and deep into the soft shade of the canyon. There are no videos allowed at the canyon, and it may as well be for the best because it would never do it justice anyway. I had always assumed when seeing photos of this place that whoever took them must just be a really talented photographer with a really fancy camera, or maybe really good at Photoshop. But no, it really is just that incredible down here. By this point of the trip, we were cutting it pretty close if we were going to make it home for the holidays. But my dad still had one final destination on his bucket list.
Dad, where are we?
We're in Monument Alley.
Why'd you want to come up here?
This is John Wayne country.
And this is...
Now this is where all the Hollywood actors stayed when they filmed all the westerns out here.
Huh.
Don't you know any of your history? This place was only discovered back in the 1930s. So, you're a new tourist.
I am.
After a trip full of me showing him around my favorite spots, it was finally his turn to take me somewhere new. And man, am I glad he did.
Man, look at that!
This is the first time you've taken the van off-road, right?
Oh yeah.
It feels all right?
Yeah, just like a tank. Look at that, that one's beautiful. Oh my gosh.
So freaking cool out here. I can't stop popping out and taking more photos. All right, we're out here in the middle of the Monument Valley, and man, this is just unbelievable. Look at these guys. What are they doing now? What's up, dudes? What are you guys doing? I bet they want us to feed them.
They're guarding the monuments. I think it's fantastic. Beautiful.
I think it's one of the cooler things I've seen. I mean, nothing else like it, huh?
Pretty amazing. Now you know why they made so many westerns out here.
My dad's over here planning like the final leg. So we were only doing kind of a out west tour, and then after we finish up with the west, we're kind of beelining it home for the holidays. And he's just realizing how far that entails.
It looks like we just started.
That's a long line. Oh my.
You're driving.
Wait, what do you think your job is on this road trip?
I'm a navigator.
You're the driver. Yeah,
I'm the
right.
navigator.
Yeah, right.
It says only 1 day and 7 hours.
That's 31 hours driving time. And we gotta make it there by the 23rd, by Christmas.
Though our 3 weeks was almost up, we still had the vast majority of our drive ahead of us. So we kicked Dora into hyperdrive and laid down a few big mile days, making it back across the country just in time.
All right, you just finished the final leg of the journey. What'd you think?
We made it home. Thank you for driving well.
You think we're gonna make it?
I do now.
What day of the week is it?
It's Tuesday. Wednesday.
It's Monday.
Is it Monday?
What was the coolest thing that you saw that you'd never seen before?
Slot Canyon.
You had never been in a slot canyon?
Never.
Favorite meal?
Breakfast.
Which?
All of them.
All right, now that you're home in Florida, what's your next step? What's your next move?
Unpack.
Recuperate?
Shower. Bed.
Okay.
Not knowing what day it is certainly a foreign concept to my dad. And you better believe that beard was driving him crazy. The thing is, we both knew from the start that this was going to be out of his comfort zone. But he still went for it anyway, and I am so grateful that he did. I think I can speak for both of us when I say, these last 3 weeks of exploring out west together now serve as some of our fondest memories together. And though I'm certain my dad is going to appreciate his bed, air conditioning, and morning shave now more than ever, I have a feeling he'll be back soon enough. That's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed following along on our adventure. As I'm sure you guys can tell, this trip was a really special one to me, and I'm so stoked that I get to share it with you all. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep up with all my future adventures, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications. I'll see you guys in the next one, and until then, you know what to do.
Live free, ride hard, and get stoned.